Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Man United Inside again. Please subscribe and turn on notification for Manchester United updates. Manchester United's injury toll has been rising and the defense has once again been the worst affected, and Erik ten Hag is struggling to pick a stable back four in each game. He is without his best center-back, Lisandro Martinez, and without a single left fullback now that Luke Shaw is once again injured, while Tyrell Malacia continues to remain on the sidelines. Alvaro Fernandez is out on loan after the manager decided he was not ready for the step-up, while Sergio Reguilón's loan was terminated, and the Spaniard has been shining for Brentford since. Diogo Dalot, the de facto first-choice right-back, can play out on the left, and has done so with considerable panache on numerous occasions, but with no right back to cover for him, the Portuguese has had to stick to his preferred position. Aaron Wan-Bissaka's injury has come at the worst possible time, and after the former Crystal Palace star worked so hard to win his place back last season, it seems he is back to how it all started. Despite his obvious defensive strengths, it does not seem like the Englishman will be at United for much longer, considering Dalot's progress this season. A left-back is likely to arrive in the summer, and Wan-Bissaka has been linked with a move back to his former club, as well as to Saudi Arabia. According to Turin-based newspaper Tuttosport, via FC Internews, Inter Milan could offer the 26-year-old a lifeline if they fail to keep a hold of Denzel Dumfries, a long-term target for Ten Hag. The people's person had already relayed that the Netherlands international's contract demands are too much for the Nerazzurri, and if the players' camp does not amend those terms, a transfer in the summer is likely. The current Serie A leaders have drawn up a list of potential recruits in case Dumfries does depart, and that list contains the 45 million United man's name. Tuttosport today confirms Inter's interest in Michael Kayode, a 19-year-old Fiorentina fullback with a contract until 2028 with an option for another year. As the newspaper writes, he will continue to be monitored like Wan-Bissaka and Emile Holm because the Nerazzurri want to keep an alternative on the right in view of the transfer market. The former Solskjaer favorite's current deal ends in 2025 after the club took up the one-year extension option, but previous reports have suggested that the step was taken mainly to maintain his value. Meanwhile, Jeff Stelling and Ali McCoist believe it's time for Marcus Rashford to consider a career away from Manchester United. The Wythenshawe-born talent has only ever known United after joining his boyhood club at just 7 years old, going on to work his way through the academy and becoming an integral figure in the senior team. In recent years, Rashford is undoubtedly the greatest success story to come out of Carrington, having registered 128 goals and 74 assists since his promotion to the first team. And he'll continue to be a role model for young Reds regardless, even if he one day opts to cut ties and take on a new venture away from Old Trafford. Most prolific campaign in a red shirt came last term when he oversaw a 30-goal season for the first time, also notching 11 assists as he played a pivotal role in ending United's 6-year trophy drought, scoring in every round of the Carabao Cup, including the final, and in claiming a top 4 spot. Such efforts saw Rashford rewarded with a lucrative new contract last summer. In July 2023, he put pen to paper on a 5-year deal and had his wages bumped up to a reported $325,000 per week. The England international has since struggled to replicate consistent form, however, and has registered just 5 goals and 6 assists in 31 appearances in 2023-2024 thus far. Analyzing Rashford's situation on TalkSport, Stelling suggested that it may be time for the forward to ply his trade elsewhere, saying, "I would sell. I would definitely sell because he looks so unhappy and out of sorts. But again, who would you sell him to?" McCoist chimed in, "Do you know something? I actually think more from his point of view than anything. He just needs to get away and kickstart his career because his body language, he does just not look happy at all. Again, and again." Kevin De Bruyne tops a list of Premier League legends tipped for mega money bids from Saudi Arabia this summer. Manchester City's main playmaker, Liverpool striker Mo Salah, and Manchester United midfielder Casemiro can expect mind-boggling offers. From next season, Saudi Pro League clubs will be more eager than ever and more able to chase major names. That's when the number of foreign players allowed in each squad rises from 8 to 10. And the leading four Saudi teams are keen to exploit the rich transfer resources given to them by the kingdom's public investment fund. The Times say City are likely to receive a massive approach for De Bruyne. The 99-cap Belgian, 32, has returned from hamstring surgery with 2 goals and 7 assists in 7 games. But his contract expires at the end of next season. Salah, 31, and 32-year-old Casemiro, 32, are other predicted targets as Saudi clubs eye players whose peak days could be ending soon. Pro League teams were linked with approaches for both men in January, and former Real Madrid hero Casemiro looks vulnerable to a squad shakeup at Old Trafford come the end of the season. But the potential loss of De Bruyne would provide the biggest shock to the English top flight. Nonetheless, Etihad chief Pep Guardiola has been cautious about the midfielder's workload since his comeback from injury in January. KDB missed Tuesday's 1-0 Prem win over Brentford due to a hamstring niggle, but it's anticipated he'll make the squad for Saturday's visit to Bournemouth or next Tuesday's FA Cup 5th round trip to Luton. Guardiola said, "I don't know if he's 100%, but we took good decisions not to take a risk against Brentford. Again and again. Again and again." Manchester United are planning for a squad exodus to break double figures in the summer transfer window. United intend to be more proactive in the sellers market amid the Premier League's profitability and sustainability rules, and co-owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe's INEOS Group have identified several sellable assets. Raphael Varane, Anthony Martial, and Tom Heaton are all out of contract in the summer, but Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Victor Lindelof, and Facundo Pellistri are out of contract next year. Sofiane Amrabat is set to be returned to Fiorentina after his season-long loan. Casemiro has generated interest from Saudi Pro League clubs, and new co-owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe confirmed a fresh decision would be made on the future of Mason Greenwood. Greenwood, 22, is under contract until June 2025, and there remains uncertainty over the future of Marcus Rashford, whose form has plummeted this season. Rashford has palpably lost the confidence of the matchgoers, and in a poll on the Red Issue website last month on whether he should be sold, 96% voted in favor of a sale. Loanees Jadon Sancho, Donny van de Beek, and Hannibal Mejbri are expected to be made available for sale, though the future of manager Erik ten Hag could have a bearing on Sancho's future. Benfica have an option to buy the on-loan Alvaro Fernandez. United are expected to entertain offers for the $86.3 million Antony, who has not scored a Premier League goal since April. 19-year-old winger Omari Forson started ahead of him on the rate win in the defeat to Fulham. Football director John Mortos is still overseeing recruitment even while United are in discussions to hire Newcastle sporting director Dan Ashworth, who has been placed on gardening leave.